Hi everyone, this is Ivan from CoinLive, bringing you the daily crypto recap for the weekend of February the 17th. Before taking things any further, as usual, a legal disclaimer. The content being provided is not financial advice. It should be taken for informational purposes only. Now, that being out of the way, let's dive into market conditions and the fundamental drivers. So first of all, we saw renewed buying interest over the weekend, especially on Saturday, with Bitcoin testing offers around the 11,000, while Ethereum has struggled to make further gains past the 1,000 mark. In terms of the top gainers over the weekend, we saw Ethereum Classic, Stellar or Litecoin gaining the most, especially as I said on Saturday, while Verge or Ion saw the most aggressive corrections on Sunday. Looking at the market cap, we're standing around 500 billion. However, remember that the volumes heading into this psychological mark have been tempering as of late. Note, it is also important to remember where we are coming from. Ever since the selling pressure abated around February the 8th, the market valuation has been up around almost 100% since from the lows to the latest highs we have reached. Now, in terms of total volume by exchanges, we've seen GDAX up 50% over the last 24 hours, with Bitfinex and Bitham seeing also increases to the tune of 30%. Now, remember, this has to be taken from a wider context of a stabilization and a slight decrease in volumes. We are now on the Chinese New Year week, and that is affecting overall the total number of transactions seen in the market. Okay, now in terms of industry, we have picked two news that we believe are the most relevant as of late. The first one being Coinbase overcharging, and what we've learned is that due to a systematic back on the exchange end, they were charging customers some absurd amounts of money. So ever since Coinbase has mentioned that the root cause was due to an issue on Visa, which Visa itself has refuted to admit, and so there's a little bit of back and forth. Now, what this issue really highlights, other than the fact that we want these customers to see their refunds as soon as possible, and Coinbase is already working on it, it really highlights the interoperability issues and how we need infrastructure protocols, different infrastructure protocols, to communicate with each other much better. Now, another news that we wouldn't rule out as having affected the market positively is the fact that in the US, Rob Joyce, who happens to be the White House cyber security coordinator, said that he doesn't expect legislations anytime soon, and this response may have helped with the overall market sentiment that we've seen as of late. The traders and investors are really worried about legislation and the regulations, so be aware of that. Now, in Poland, we've seen a YouTuber slander cryptos, and apparently a Polish YouTuber was paid around $30,000 by the Central Bank of Poland to portray cryptocurrencies in a negative light. Quite shameful, I have to say. Now, Factom has confirmed 20 community servers online, and they are well en route to alpha end state. So that was something we learned over the weekend after a tweet that they put out. Now, in terms of Ion and testnet, Ion, as a reminder, is a very exciting project working on interoperability, and they said that they're working to scale up the number of nodes, and that they are launching now the Ion beta test group, not just the group itself, but also a reward program that hopefully will incentivize a greater number of network nodes. Also on Syndicator, one of the most exciting artificial intelligence trading models out there, they announced that their accuracy during the very volatile January took its toll. So they are providing stats in an official statement, so have a look and find out the latest on that front. And also in terms of Ethereum Classic, we have seen consistent rise on volumes as of late, especially in the Hong Kong-based OKEX exchange. So this rise in volumes is obviously due to the fact that there's going to be an airdrop coming soon. and obviously people don't want to miss out on these opportunities. This is just essentially free money, so this rise in volumes is to be expected ahead of a legit airdrop, which happens to be the case with Callisto. Now, that's all for me and from the CoinLive team. We hope that you are seeing value from these daily recaps. Please smash the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back tomorrow with more news. Thank you.